to this panel. It is entitled Our Favorite Recipes Using AI.
I'm a Miracle Whip guy though, so I'm on the wrong panel. Hi, by the way. I do.
Are we missing some folks?
Oh, my wrong. Has anyone seen Fun Movie?
Dan, I love your shirt!
Thank you. I love it when your shirt's off.
So as I'm already completely lost control of this panel in the first 30 seconds. So the panel is a guide to vlogging, and we're going to go a little bit off script, and we're going to try to understand some of the ways that these lovely people here think about what they do and how they got better at it, and maybe some of the challenges that lie ahead. I'm going to ask each one of you to introduce yourself, and all of you to scream loudly. We'll start at the far side of the table.
Hello, my name is Phil. Thank you. That wasn't a screaming fright. For anyone that doesn't know me, my channel is Amazing Phil, and also British, apparently. I make mainly video blogs. I do a few comedy things as well, and I YouTube full time as well.
My turn. Hi everyone, I'm Dan. Hello. My name on the internet is Dan is on Fire, which was the name of the YouTube account I made when I was 13. That's so good. Just read your name, Grace. Oh, Grace.
So just to catch you guys up, what we're doing right now, we're just going down the line and introducing ourselves. So you're next.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. I'm Louis Cole. I run a YouTube channel, Fun for Louis. I do like daily travel, lifestyle, adventure kind of videos. It's fun.
Hope your arm's okay.
Yeah, I told him last night if he picks any of those scabs off, I want to chew on them. Is that weird?
I had a skating injury.
Yeah. You guys follow him on Instagram, right?
Are you okay?
Phil, do you want a
I'm
muffin?
okay, I'm okay.
You could call it Louis Jerky.
Oh, like eating the scab? Teriyaki Louis jerky is my favorite. You ever picked a scab and you're like, what if I chewed on that right now? Admit it, you have to, don't lie.
Jay, that is your introduction.
Oh, yes.
So
Thank
this
you.
is going to be interesting.
That's my
Moving us along.
I tasted his shoulder and it's not delicious. Hi, I'm Olga Kay and thank you. And I make all kinds of videos. Vlogging is part of it.
I don't ever want to talk about eating scabs.
Hi, I'm Grace Helping. I make comedy web videos. I've seen it on YouTube for a really long time. I'm excited to make gaming, cooking failures, and I talk about how much I love Apple a lot.
And I'm Zay Frank, I'm the moderator for today's panel. So I want to start off with a question. Feel free to jump in. Obviously, I don't think that's going to be a problem with all of you. But, you know, a lot of times...
It's just the best part. Yeah, I've learned that my cadence sucks a dick, and so it's really annoying to rewatch myself and to edit. I'll start a sentence and then it just doesn't happen. So I don't end it.
I've learned that I spend about 45 minutes adjusting my hair. 10 minutes saying anything relevant.
I've learned that starting, because I do like the whole day, I've realised that I should probably leave like at least an hour in the morning before I start, like, because my face is like, you know that kind of morning face, and I'm like half asleep and I'm not making sense, and it's like,
So, but just jumping on that, and Shady, you want to say something about Scout? No, go ahead. Say something about Scout.
There I was.
No, I mean, if you have something, it'd be good.
No, the same thing. Yeah, you kind of start realizing all those vocal crutches, the ums and the uhs, and you know, you try to cut those out. And literally, I hate the word literally now because there's so much literally. You just hear girls. My daughter says, "I'm like, what does that mean?" She says it means really, really, really serious.
they've recently changed in the dictionary the word literally to not mean literally, but can be used to emphasize something, and it can be not literal. No.
Yeah.
What is happening?
So, so you just mentioned a few things. One is that you do literally stare at your face all day, and you're subject to criticisms and all sorts of things. One of the aspects of vlogging, which I think a lot of people think about, especially when they're starting out, has to do with fear and anxiety of being judged and all those, the things that come with exposure and putting your face out there. What I'm interested in. Do you have that kind of fear and anxiety? Have you in the past, and how have you overcome it?
Well, I would say. I think
Retraction.
one thing that helps is realizing, Zayfrey, because you've done this a lot, is that we're all people. We all like fresh air and good food, and girls like hot boys, and hot boys like pretty girls, and there's some boys that like hot boys, whatever. I'm just saying, like, once you can kind of like realize that like everybody here is kind of nervous and a little self-conscious. Like we all feel that way. So I think that's always helped me. Like they're worried about how they look fat in that shirt too. Like we all look at ourselves like, oh, I look fat in this, or does my butt look big? Babe, your butt looks great. Like we all worry about the same stuff. Like we're all in that boat together. And I think realizing that when the camera's out, it's like we're trying to make this connection to be like, listen, bro, I feel the same way you feel.
What was something you were insecure about that you got over?
I used to be a giant fat lard.
You just love it.
It's not funny.
But 2 years ago, I vlogged religiously every single day, and something happened with my hormones, and my skin was breaking out, and I'm like, oh, I can't vlog until I put lots of makeup on because I have to look pretty. And then one time I got really tired of that, so I started vlogging with my really horrible skin, and I realized that a lot of people go through the same issue, and it's actually a really big issue among teenagers. And like, Olga, what are you doing with your skin? I helped a lot of teenagers as I was trying to cure my skin from this acne. So that's when I realized that if I have insecurities, I should put myself out there for people to see, because a lot of people are going through the same thing.
And if you go to proactive.com/OlgaK, 20% off discount code.
That's it. Nobody else is insecure. The end of the table there is just like, I don't know, really. Amazing.
Yeah, there. No, I think that, putting yourself on video, I instantly learned in the first couple months every imperfection with my face, thanks to you guys. Thanks for keeping me in check. But eventually, you have to get over it because, like Shay said, we're all human beings. We're all experiencing this weird world dervish of life stuff now. And so what you're doing and see, this is this thing, I can't do it. But just don't read comments.
That's true. But if you are going to make videos, people are going to judge it. But sometimes they're just saying something to say something, and that's usually what a lot of the comments are. And even like Olga said, I think one of my biggest things too was like, oh, when I was younger, I would never want to leave the house without makeup on until I started vlogging. I was like, this is too much work to put makeup on every day. It's not fun, and you feel so much pressure without it. So I think vlogging is definitely taught me just to be like, hey, this is easy, just do it, and it's. I mean, guys don't wear makeup most of the time.
Yes, they do. Every YouTuber wears makeup.
I do not wear makeup. Like seriously, I do it with Scott's on, and then all my comments are just like, Dan has a pimple, and it's just like a picture.
If you go to Maybelline.com/ShayCarl, you get a 20% discount off of all the male So I have a question for you. We'll get into some of the weeds about what to do when you're blogging. I'm interested in what are some areas that you guys just don't touch. You know, like where are some of the taboo areas where you're just like, I'm not going to talk about this, or I'm not going to perform in this particular way.
Politics.
Religion.
Yeah. Anything that would incite like a YouTube comment crap storm, we know how it goes. Like in a relevant music video, someone will just be like, something about Christianity. There's like 100 things that you just don't express opinions on YouTube, because otherwise it's just like a maelstrom of crap.
But does that feel limiting to you ever? Have you ever sort of said like, oh my gosh, I'm just becoming a watered down version of myself?
No, sometimes I'm like, it's just not worth having any opinions.
That's happened with us, like, cause we, if you know us, we've made daily vlogs for 5 years, and over the 5 years, it's like you run out of stuff to talk about. So, we started opening up more about our religion, and yeah, you get a crap storm of comments, but that's how you get on the popular page, so. Vote Mitt Romney!
So let's take a scenario here. Let's say that you have been hired to be a personal consultant for someone who is going to do this for the first time, has a camera, and that's it. So let's start with one of the fundamentals, which is what to talk about. Like where do you find your first ideas?
Outside.
And? Okay, moving on to the next question.
And
Trees.
well, I think the first thing, people are afraid of cameras in general, and there's one thing that I always tell everyone: camera is not really a camera; it's your best friend, just strapped in the camera. So if you have a story to share, just talk to your best friend. And
are you worried about your friend?
Yes, real friend.
Are you trying to save your best friend? You're just going to talk to your best friend?
While I'm vlogging, I'm not worried about them. I'm just talking to them, and then I get them out and I move on with my life.
Yeah, I have people say to me like, aren't you scared picking up your camera and knowing you're talking to like hundreds of thousands of people? And I never ever picture that when I'm talking to my camera. It's literally just, this is a person, yeah, and I'm just chatting to a person. That's how I feel. And then you could kind of start thinking, oh yeah, it is actually lots of people.
You don't actually know how many people that really is until I went to, I think it was like a Dodgers game or something. I was like, I wonder how many people are in this arena right now. And then they're like, oh yeah, it was about 50,000. I'm like, oh, this picture I just posted, I don't know more than that. So it kind of tries to quantify to see how many people, like how many people do you think are in here right now? Do we have a count on that? 7.
Keep going, Grace.
Let's count off, start right here.
We'll do a count off. That sounds good. But before we get into the perception of audience piece, let's remember that you're a consultant for a single individual and trying to help them figure out what to talk about.
I would say talk about things that excite you, that I always put myself in the audience's shoes. If I wasn't me, but I was watching me, would I enjoy me and what I was saying?
How's that going?
Yeah, it's I'm having a real existential crisis.
Videos that I make are very much less of the follow me around kind of vlogs and more of the kind of talk to a camera in your bedroom ones. Like for me, it's all about a topic. I make a video on a topic and that's the title. So when I'm thinking of what that is, it's usually it's on something that I have an opinion on, or I'll just be inspired by the idea of something, just like it could be typos, and then a video just comes down like from the header. Basically, that's just how I think of it. I just think of topics and then I think, what do I want to say about this in 5 minutes because I'm interested in it. That's just how I come up with videos.
I just draw on things from my everyday life. It's something that you'd want to talk to a friend about, like some news that you've got. But I seem to attract very strange people. That lady on the plane just talking to me about owls for about an hour. You tell that to a friend, and then that'd just be an anecdote that gets lost forever. But if you can turn that into a video, then you've got that story forever then as something from your life, which I think is nice as well. So yeah, I just get inspired by anything in my life that can be made into a video.
Outside.
So we have the idea, Jen. Now, I know that some of you improvise, right? Some just sometimes because of the sheer volume of the content that you and Grace have had the opportunity to see you work, and it's a really big part of what you do. And I think some of you also do more scripted work and take more time with it. Is there any advice on that? Like in the beginning, when you're first starting, would you favor one or the other, or?
Ooh, yeah. When I started YouTube, I tended to write it quite heavily, but then I found out that when I was following a script, sometimes you can tell when people are vlogging on the script. So after about a year of doing YouTube, I had to tell myself that it was way more like natural and easier to connect with if it's like just coming out genuinely. So now when I do my videos, I bullet point what I want to talk about, but then I just say it, like I just waffle, because before when you can tell that something's scripted, you can usually like appreciate the writing and the comedy, but like vlogging is often about like sincerely connecting with someone as a person, which is why improvising and daily vlogging is like the best way to connect with, yeah.
I've got a funny thing that happens to me sometimes. I don't script anything, obviously I'm just talking about my life and what I'm up to. But sometimes I'll like be tired and I'll try and say something and I won't be able to say it. And I'll like fumble my words and then I'll try and say it again and then I'll fumble my words again. And by the end of like trying to take a take of just saying, oh, I've just been to so-and-so's house and heading here, like it'll be like 5 attempts in and it'll be scripted. I'm just trying to say something and it's just like really bizarre and I'm like, it seems natural anymore.
I think every vlogger in the world says hello about 100 times before they start a video successfully. So it's like, hey guys, hi. Like, every single YouTuber ever.
Or when you'll be doing a really lazy edit, I'm like, okay, that's fine, I'm sure this clip is fine, and you've done like, hey guys, so I'm about to go here, and like, okay, the same thing, you do it like 5 or 6 times, and you accidentally post it, and
you leave like 2 or 3
I'm trying to tell somebody about this new book I was reading. I was like, I pronounced her name wrong, and I'm like sitting here like talking to myself, like, I'm this, and then you just basically look crazy.
So, I mean, what's interesting about this, right, is that it sounds like in this process, there's going to be a lot of screwing up. People can probably expect that. But I'm also interested in whether you guys take advantage of happy accidents. And so, and one anecdote for me is that going through the same process that you guys are talking about, where I would improvise a line but then end up repeating it 19 times, by the last take, I would be concentrating so hard that I opened my eyes really wide. And so all of a sudden I was associated with not blinking. It was just because I was trying to get the line out, and then, you know, that became a trope that I sort of stayed with. I would start, you know, focusing on keeping my eyes open. Any things like that came up and then became part of your world?
Yeah, my videos end with me saying I don't know, and that was an accident in the very first video, because I sincerely hadn't thought about starting a new channel and how was I going to end my videos, and I didn't feel like filming anymore, so I just said I don't know, and then that became the button at the end of every video, which is very honest to myself as a human being. Yeah, I came from an improv background, doing improv comedy in New York for like 5 years, so my process is always improvised. I'll have a concept, but then it's completely improvised, and then whatever happens in that improvised moment, like I started keeping burps in videos, and that became the thing. Yeah,
You got some fans?
Big burp fans, right?
They're just watching for the burps.
Yeah,
I hope Grace burps at this panel. What I would say is the secret to vlogging for me is knowing when to turn the camera on, because it's always hard to be like, okay, let's turn on the entertainment in 3, 2, and then start to be entertaining. It's always better when everybody's laughing or something's happening where it's like, oh, look at that, like that's when you gotta turn the camera on. So it's always about knowing when to turn the camera on. And because it's always, you know, I mean, you're gonna have to do that if you're doing the daily vlogs. You have to pick up the camera and talk to it. But if I was to be a consultant of a new time vlogger, I see videos, because I watch a lot of vlogging and I watch a lot of videos. I hate when I see people apologizing for not having content. And like the first 3 minutes is them apologizing for having a short video and they didn't have a video. I'm like, just talk about something else. Don't apologize for everything. And just talk about something you would talk about with a friend. And don't be like, try to, you know, oh, I sounded stupid there. Just talk like you would talk with a friend, and that's what people want to see. So like leaving burps in and stuff like that. That's what normal people do, and that's what normal people want to see.
I've realised, I think the difference between videos on YouTube and watching like a TV show is that people love, and I don't know, you tell me if I'm wrong, but people love just how natural and down to earth and like how you can connect with people because you can relate to them. It's like relatable, like leaving in all the little faults and things like that. And I don't know, I love that YouTube for that. That's what it's about.
I think happy accidents are good because like if you have 14 cameras and lighting and a massive production team behind you, it's not going to look like a genuine thing anymore. And I think if a vlog is completely slick and there's no little mistakes and no stars, like my landlord walked in the middle of
like literally,
just
no, completely unannounced. No, he's like on his bed filming, and the guy had just walked into our house, was in the hallway, and you thought you were going to
I was like,
get murdered.
I could have been naked.
What did you want?
I was saying an eagle noise. Scary bald landlord. But yeah, what I did is I just left that in the video because that was a funny little part of my life. I didn't expect it to happen. But I think that's made the video so much better than I would just forgot that happened. I had a slicker edit in the end of it.
Yeah, it's like me and alarms, because we live in London and there's just like police cars all the time, and I'd be getting like really into what I'm saying, and then this thing would just be like, wee 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 wee. Can you not? Oh, what I was saying, and then I watch it back and I'm
Can you not be murdered right now? I'm trying to make a video for something.
Let's stay on this theme. Like any embarrassing stories or just weird things that happened while you were filming that you can remember?
So I have a weird We were driving from Los Angeles to Idaho, and he stopped at a gas station to buy him a toy. And so, you guys probably know. So he bought him a bow and arrow, and he's like, Dad, I have a boner! Turn the camera on right now. And that got 8 million views. So, boner, no. I think what we can deduct from this is, yes, happy little accidents happen.
What did you use as a thumbnail for?
My wife going. But so here's an interesting tidbit. I put that clip in our regular vlog, and then a buddy of mine, Brett the intern, he told me, he's like, you've got to put that as like a standalone clip. And I'm glad that I did, because yeah, I earned a lot of money off of that video. I'm going to give Brett half of it. Yeah. So it's something that's shareable, because that was a great moment in the vlog, but it's a 15-minute vlog, and so a lot of people don't want to tweet or reshare on Facebook a 15-minute vlog, so, shortness helps.
I think that's the thing I find about vlogging is it's very rare that you get a vlog go viral. But just because of the sheer length of it, and that some of it's interesting, some of it's less interesting, it's not that kind of content.
But the YouTube algorithm rewards length because they want watch time on YouTube to be sustainable, because they don't want anybody to leave YouTube. So don't be afraid of having longer videos. You have to make sure they're entertaining, but it's like, oh, it's 10 minutes, nobody will watch this. Those videos actually are sometimes rewarded in the algorithm because that will keep people on YouTube longer, and YouTube is interested in keeping people
So before
on
we
YouTube.
get into the hardcore brass tacks of this stuff, I'm interested because you early on you said that a part of vlogging has to do with the connection to the audience, and I guess I'm kind of curious about what that means, because audiences, like you pointed out, are much bigger than Dodger Stadium, and the idea of being connected to Dodger Stadium is sort of absurd in and of itself. So I just guess, I'm wondering how you guys feel connected to the audience, and what's your side of the connection? Like, what do you kind of get out of that connection?
I think people see it as like individual. I don't think there's many, because I guess some people do, but I always, when I'm making a video, I don't feel like, oh, there's so many people watching that this doesn't mean anything, because every single person watching is just an individual. So when I'm making something and I'm making a point, I feel like I'm just explaining how I feel to like a friend that's just one person. So I know that whoever and wherever they're watching it, I am actually communicating to an individual that to them is a completely one-on-one experience.
And what about the other way around? Like, do you feel like you have a friend out there, or many friends?
Yeah,
or?
well, I mean, I'm so aware of my audience all the time that it's just really natural. I feel like I'm constantly connected. Because, with things like Twitter and stuff like that, I just feel like I'm constantly connected to everyone all the time.
Have you ever been very sad and then had your audience? Like, in other words, you know, friends help each other in times of need, they inspire each other, and I'm kind of curious that direction of the relationship. Obviously, this room is incredibly good at voicing how much they value their connection to you, and I'm curious what the other direction feels like.
The audience has actually helped me out a lot. Like, if you watch my first videos, I was so shy and awkward, I didn't even look at the camera. And I was making it because I was just talking to a camera, but as soon as I started getting nice comments, and obviously there's a few horrible ones, but the majority really nice, and people are enjoying things I'm making. I think if you watch my journey on YouTube, like, my confidence has just gone up so much.
Yeah, like you clearly get.
Yeah, so because of the people watching, it's helped me to do things like this. Like, I'd never be doing a panel 3 years ago. I wouldn't even be talking to any of these people.
Just like crying in the corridor.
So thank you, anyone that's been
I think just to add to that, like, whole two-way thing, like, someone might come up to me and be like, oh, that thing you said, like, really impacted me, it must be weird, like, they always say to me, like, oh, it must be weird, you know, that you don't even know me, but then I will genuinely read some comments, and that comment will impact me all day, and I might not even be able to express to that person that it has.
It's also really cool because we're all going through sort of the same thing. So you bring up some sort of topic, you know, like losing a friend, or you're going through this stuff. Like everyone all has gone through it, or they have some way to help you deal. So
Who they are and they're making the content. Like you really need to just think about who you are as a YouTuber and what you need to do, and then make the content. And then like the marketing side of it is just something that happens as a result of the content that you've made. Because you know you get people that are like, hi, thumbs up, I'm a new vlogger, I've got 2 videos on my channel, and one of them just hi. It's like people are way too worried about working out how to do all the promotional things before they've like found their voice and know what they're doing.
I get people to say, Shay, give me a shout out, I'm gonna go buy
Yeah, I'm seeing hands go up.
Can Phil express an opinion?
Thank you.
I just, sorry, I a good way to market yourself is just coming to places like this. Like, if you can put your hand up now if you've made a YouTube video, there, loads of people. So rather than commenting on a Smosh video saying, hey, I've made a video, come watch it, Anthony, you should talk to other people who've got similar channels, especially at places like this, and comment on their videos and learn about their channels. Then you'll make your own communities, which will eventually build
We
up.
do have this amazing opportunity right now for people who are making videos in the audience.
You take it, then you give it back to me at some point.
So when you're making videos, do you ever have a great idea and you really want to upload it, but you get cold feet right before you upload it? Like, how do you deal with that? Getting nervous before uploading? That's a problem.
upload and run away.
I mean, I get that all the time. I make a video, I love it, I edit it, I start hating it, and right before I upload, I was like, oh, this is going to be the worst thing ever, and I put it out there. And sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it is the worst thing ever. And then you move on. Actually, I asked the same question. I asked you when I first met you. I'm like, how do you deal if you don't like your video? And you said, well, tomorrow's the next day, and it's going to be another video, another chance to do whatever I want. So.
It was a big decision in your life, but how did you make a video? How did you get through to make it funny and just share something like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's the whole thing of like using like humor as a coping mechanism, but I feel like you can. I don't want to ever make a video that's just serious and just sad, because as well as a vlogger, I feel like I have this real like how self-centered of it would be like, I'm really sad about something today. So I always try to ask like, how can I make this relate to other people? But then it's also good to make it humorous as well. So it's like if I'm saying, I've had a really bad month this month because I'm just like questioning whether I actually exist or not. But then I'm like, this is what I've been like, and it's me like planking face down on the carpet and everyone laughs. I think that makes it a lot more enjoyable if you can find a way to make people laugh at your expense. Hello.
Hi, so this is really close. Watch all of your videos. I really love all of you. So I was just like, who do you love the most?
Great space.
Yeah. So I was just wondering, do you think vlogging is more beneficial, or as beneficial to yourselves as your audience? Because sometimes I make videos and I don't even upload them. I just keep them for my own memories, and just watching my life is really fun to me. So I was wondering if you think that's...
It's so beneficial. When I started and nobody watched my videos, I would make my friends watch it, and we're like, shut up! Get out of my face! And then people started watching, and I'm like, oh great, I don't have to bother my friends, we get to share in this community together, so I think it's beneficial. I get to share what I'm going through and get instant feedback.
For me, I've almost, because I'm kind of doing a vlog as almost like a daily diary of what I'm up to rather than like on a topic. I love at the end of the day, like looking over my day and kind of, as I'm editing, and it's, I don't know, it's almost therapeutic. And for me, it is cool because I can look over what I've done and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And it's just this amazing like visual diary that I'm keeping online, and I'm gonna look forward to like showing my kids one day and all that stuff. So for me, it's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing. I gotta say, I live my life in post-production because I will go enjoy something, but I'm watching it through a camera, but then I'm enjoying it in the moment, and then when I go back and edit, I'm like, wow, this was so much fun. I had so much fun doing this. So you gotta get to enjoy it.
And you forget too. I'll go back and watch old videos. I'm like, I don't remember that. But that's me talking. So I must have done that. I'll catch my kids. I'll come downstairs in the morning and all 4 kids are sitting around the desk watching old Shake Cards videos. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, look at him, he's here. You know, they make fun of each other. And they'll Google themselves because you guys make like montage videos of them.
I do this thing sometimes as well, like I'll be telling someone, oh yeah, this thing happened like last year, and they'll be like, oh wait, let me show you, and then I'll just like remember the vlog and like just pull it up and I can show the exact clip. So almost like taking memories out of my head and then just like showing them.
We got another one. So there's a lot of questions. I'm going to try to be good about getting to lots of different persons.
2 years after Phil be making videos, and he had this unread message, and Shane Dawson asked Phil to make a video with him when Shane had like 200 subscribers, but Phil didn't even read it because he didn't notice it. And then Phil was like, oh, actually was saying like 4 million.
Reply to that email now. You should reply.
Hey Shane, a bit late, bud.
Actually, I had a very similar thing. PewDiePie, I think he told me that he really hated me like 6 or 7 years ago on my YouTube videos. I don't remember what it was, but it definitely was not a nice comment. So I was
This is embarrassing, but I really think in the early days I left a comment on your channel, Justine, like, check out my videos, and all people were like, we don't want to check out yours. I'm like, why not? And I hope you deleted that video.
Well, I mean, it's very sweet to hear stories.
Like, for each of you, what do you think the like turning point was for you where you were kind of getting more confident with your videos?
Turning point. I think mine was really a gradual
thing.
Like I just learned more and just became more confident as I went along with it. So you just notice, you don't really notice like a snap thing, I don't think. I think like throwing yourself out of your comfort zone slightly. So anyone really shy that's here right now, then well done. Because I didn't go to the first play this live. I was invited, but I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm too scared. So yeah, for me it was gradual.
Yeah, for me, I never really had like confidence things because I kind of knew from the start what I wanted to be as a YouTuber, but they were just kind of like really bad. So for me, there was definitely a quality gradient going up, whereas like my first videos just sucked. So I just got better, and then I still leave them up to show like you can be this bad at some point.
A few of you have said how bad your videos were at the start. I'm really curious, what do you remember being so bad? Like, you know,
deliberately, because you know how everyone was influenced by like the Ray William Johnson style jump cuts and stuff. Obviously, like the first like year of my videos are super cringe because there'd be like a 3-second silence gap between jump cuts that I planned. You know, it's like, hey guys, and then you're at the side of the room like, so today I'm talking about this.
You watch old videos like, man, if I was to edit that today, that would be like half the length that it was. Yeah, I would not have left that part in. But I agree with not taking them down. My buddy Cassidy G takes down so many videos because he hates everything. Like, why do you take that down? That's funny. Leave it up. Like, it shows your history. Yeah.
Sorry, man. We have another one over here.
Hi, so I remember like when you guys, like 6 years ago, or like when you guys were like first starting out, like there would be like 50 comments on a video and you could just like respond to every single one, and it's pretty much impossible to do that now, to just talk to people. So like what are ways that you can like reach out to people and still make connections? Because if you don't, then you're just kind of like talking to no one. So what do you do in order to talk to people that's like reaching you?
Well, thanks to Google Plus, we actually don't get as many.
We love Google Plus.
But for me, it's Instagram and Twitter. Just take it outside of YouTube.
I think you can, I mean, there's a lot of, you just get on for a few minutes and reply to comments.
Yeah, it's just a random thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I just randomly reply to tweets most of the time when I tweet, and I just randomly reply to comments, and I randomly like things on Tumblr, because there's no way that you can do it to all of them. But if you're just constantly talking to people randomly all the time, then that's, I feel like I'm constantly generally in touch with my audience just by randomly just doing something.
You can't like stress out about being there for all the conversation. You just gotta dive in and chat for a little bit, and you just spread it.
Back here.
Was there ever a point along the way where it wasn't going your way and you just
Whoa.
You have your ups and your downs, and I think it's one of those things where like, wow, I'm having so much fun this month, and next month I'm like, I don't want to do this right now.
When people like if they don't know you, like what the heck are you doing talking to a camera, walking around? Because I know Lou, you do it all the time. It's like, how do you get used to it?
He's crazy.
I had something happen the other day, and I cut it out of the vlog because my vlog was like really long that day. But I was vlogging in the street.
Right now?
Yeah, I'm vlogging right now. But anyway, so I was walking down the street and I was vlogging about something, and I was like mid-flow, I was like, oh yeah, like proper, like, I'm not fumbling my words, it was like I was actually talking about something interesting. And this random drum guy walking past thought I was taking a selfie. He goes, oh, do you want me to take a photo of you? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. But then it completely cut my flow, and I just ended up cutting the whole thing.
I think the moment that I realized that there's more people on the end of this than are in the Walmart looking at me weird, it's like, I'm like, I don't care about this dude walking back, like, what is he doing? It's like, I know there's a lot of people that I'm having a conversation with, and I think it's becoming more socially acceptable. People see this, selfies in the dictionary now.
Yeah. What was it like 5 years ago? Because now you see people vlogging, it's like, oh, they're vlogging.
They're vlogging,
on
yeah.
YouTube. 6 years ago, it was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But also you have to remember when you do this, it's not because they judge you and like, weird person here. They just really don't understand and really just curious. They just want to find out what it is.
Just look at them and say, hey, I'm vlogging here!
We have time for one last question, and then a quick thought from each one of you, and we'll start here.
First off, I want to say great seeing you in a cat costume this morning. Made my whole day.
That's weird.
But the question is, how do you strike a balance between trying to be funny and also trying to be genuine if you have a comedy channel?
How do you strike a balance? I think it's a personal thing. You have to kind of check in with yourself and see if you feel like you're being honest. I know for myself, the videos I enjoy the most are the ones where I feel like I'm really authentically being myself and I'm not trying to be a character and not trying to put on something and not forcing something to happen. So I think that it's personal. I don't know how, I really don't know like a 3-step process to doing that, but I think you find it the more you practice.
So maybe we could just have like one final thought from each of you. Like if there was one thing that's been lingering in your head that you would love folks to know about what you do, and we'll start from the far end.
My final thought will be some advice. I would say make videos that you would enjoy to watch. Don't make them for what you expect other people to like, and then you'll have a lot more fun with what you're doing.
Absolutely, it needs to be like what you genuinely have an interest in watching and what you want to make, because then you can do it and you can keep being really happy about it. So don't ever try to fit in, just think about, especially when the person was talking about what kind of videos do you make, absolutely just do whatever you feel like, because you need to enjoy what you're doing.
I'd say, obviously that's. I'd say the same, but also a lot of people ask me, oh, how can I get more views? How can I get more subscribers? And I'd say don't make that your primary focus from the start. Like if you want to get into vlogging, like they said, just do it out of passion. Like don't focus on numbers and trying to get something to go viral or something. Just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, vlogging is a conversation. If you have 5 people watching your video or 5 million people, don't make a video hoping for those 5 million. Make a video talking to those 5. I I remember when I had 200 subscribers, I like talked to those 200 people. Like, if I invited all of you over for a barbecue at my house, my wife made like a lasagna, you brought a Caesar salad, you have the breadsticks. Like, we couldn't fit all of us. We'd have to go in my backyard. So make it. It's like whoever's watching you, play to those people. They'll be like, oh, you 5 people suck. I wish I had 5 million. So play to the people that are watching you.
Yeah, and like I said before, the camera is your best friend. Don't be afraid of it. You're telling a story to your friend, and that friend that thinks that your story is hilarious will share it with their friends, and that's how you grow.
I can't wait to eat a chicken sandwich.
Thank you guys for being so awesome and changing all of our lives. You guys are the best.